Alright.
I detect a jamming signal emanating in the area.
Hello everyone and welcome to LT Gaming. Today we're absolutely buzzing to bring you an exclusive preview of Jump Ship, a mission-based co-op FPS that supports up to 4 players. In Jump Ship, you step into the shoes of a spaceship crew, seamlessly shifting from operating your vessel to embarking on exhilarating on-foot explorations and spacewalks. You'll engage in intense battles both on the ground and in the vast reaches of space, all while keeping your ship in top-notch condition with continuous upgrades. This title is truly one of the most promising games Luke and I have had the pleasure to play in ages. We previously previewed Jump Ship on the channel and our excitement has only grown since then. A huge thanks goes out to Keepsake Games and Swipe Right for inviting us to participate in this playtest and for giving us the opportunity to experience the game firsthand. What makes this vid extra special is that the playtest was with 2 of the devs, so Luke and I quizzed them during our session as we uncovered some more fascinating details about their design decisions and future plans for Jump Ship. If you enjoyed this sneak peek and you want more exclusive content like this, consider subscribing to our channel or joining as a member. Your support truly helps us bring the latest and greatest in gaming content. Without further ado, let's dive into Jump Ship and explore what makes this one of the highest potential titles out there. Let's kick things off with a quick overview of Jump Ship itself. So first up, you're jumping across the universe on a range of handcrafted missions, each spiced up with random elements. No 2 runs will ever be the same, which means you're in for a fresh challenge every time you play. What's brilliant with this one is how you seamlessly transition between different gameplay modes. Once you've jumped on the ship, you can effortlessly switch from operating your vessel to embarking on thrilling spacewalks or even on-foot planetary exploration. It just works and it makes the whole experience feel fluid and dynamic. Another aspect is ship management. Throughout your missions, you'll need to scavenge for parts to upgrade, maintain and repair your ship. This element adds a strategic layer to the game, allowing you to adapt your vessel to meet the challenges ahead. Alright, so we hope we've got you excited for this one. Let's dive in and see what it is all about. Right then, let's take you through our playtest adventure in Jump Ship. Our mission was clear. We had to board a massive cargo freighter, but before we could set foot on it, we had to disable the vessel. We started off talking about the mission and a bit of tactical planning, but we quickly shifted over to some of the quirky extras the devs had hidden around the ship. Imagine finding Easter eggs that let you cook pizzas or even crack open a beer on board, and it was a lot of fun touches that really set the tone. From the moment we started, the game hit you with its visually gripping style. We kicked things off by jumping into an asteroid belt where we encountered some enemy corvettes. The action was bruising, to say the least. I still remember being adrift in space, separated from the ship. When I managed to down an enemy craft with a rocket launcher, it was pure chaotic fun. Our next jump brought us to a desolate planetoid environment, and here one of our dev teammates took the lead, expertly piloting us through a hollowed out asteroid. His stealthy maneuvers helped us avoid the enemy swarm that was waiting outside. And I was really blown away by this subtle nuance and the different approaches we could have during the mission. However, we soon decided to scrap the stealth approach and plunge headlong into a dramatic battle. It was for a video, right? So while some of us were busy shooting mines off the hull, one took the pilot's seat and I was stuck with manning the guns, fully immersed in the madness. At one point the excitement got to me and I jumped outside of the ship, and I grappled onto the hull of one of the enemy ships and took them down manually with my guns. The disorientation was intense, but it made for some brilliantly chaotic moments, and let me tell you, jetpacking in open space is simply epic. The climax of our mission was boarding this massive hulking freighter itself, and I was really blown away by the scale of the ship. After yet another fierce fight, we managed to breach the enemy ship, and once on board, the gameplay shifted into good old-fashioned FPS mayhem. Our objective was straightforward: get on board, nab some cargo. But things escalated really quickly. Drones and robots erupted in a flurry of attacks, making it clear that this game isn't for the faint-hearted. We had the so-called AI Director, which dynamically starts to adjust the action to keep you on your toes, and this was very much in evidence. Despite the relentless onslaught, we managed a mad dash to grab the final cargo item. I got downed a few times along the way, but with our ship battered and beaten, we managed to take off once more and jump back to our base, and hearts still pounding from the intensity. After all that, Luke and I agreed, this was some of the best co-op gaming we've had in quite some time. The seamless blend of strategy, action, and a fair bit of cheeky chaos makes Jump Ship a title not to be missed. Over the course of our playtest, Luke and I had the chance to field a ton of burning questions about Jump Ship, and honestly we thought it would be ideal to bring you along for the ride and showcase the devs' answers. This way you hear it straight from the source, what makes this game tick, and get a real sense of the vision behind it. Throughout our conversation we dove deep with the devs about everything from design choices to what makes the gameplay unique and the challenges they're facing along the way. In these snippets you'll hear directly from the creators themselves. They share their thoughts on everything from the innovative ship mechanics to those cheeky Easter eggs and even some beer drinking and pizza cooking features on board. Their insights will hopefully give you a deeper understanding of the game's design philosophy and what you can expect as you jump into the action on this one.
And do you know what I love about this is all the little bits of attention to detail you have. That's what really makes it immersive for me. All the little, the beers and the ability to sit down in the ship. It's great. It's great.
But we have a lot of those. That's one huge area we want to improve on is all those details. Actually, right now we're working super hard on getting all the core gameplay and everything in there. And as soon as we got past that, we're definitely going to add a lot more fun things.
I think it really makes the game, right? It makes it stand out, it makes it different. I think it gets you involved in your ship. It makes you feel at home. It's cool. I really like it. I also found a boombox last night with some music on it. That was fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have a few of those items. We're probably going to do a lot more of those. And we would also like, so for example, if you find something like the boombox or like a plant, if you and you can leave them on the ship and they will stay there. So they have some items have some sort of permanency. We think that's
cool.
it would probably not be there at early access, but technically it's not a big deal to do. So I think the community is really wants that to happen. Another thing that I don't think you've seen, and I'm not sure we will see either, but it's in there. It's like we have an AI in the background that we call the Director. It's a term, that you maybe know that Valve coined way back in when doing Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
So it's an AI that will randomly, well not randomly, but it will trigger events happening to keep us on our toes. If we're doing a little bit too well.
Ship.
Yeah, I think that is.
That might be one, right? Did you do that?
That was not that. I did not plan for that.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's. What are we under attack from? A ship?
Yeah, there's a big corvette again that we could board. And I think
blew up the corvette with a rocket launcher.
Another thing that's the community has really been asking for is the opportunity to play single player. So that's something that we have been planning, but we didn't realize how many of the players in our closed beta right now that kind of have a wish for at least sometimes play alone.
Yeah, it's huge for us. We have that with a lot of the games that we have on our channel. People like to play single player. I mean, it's even a little bit of a thing for me. It's kind of a break from social interaction. So I guess that would be a good item to add. Yeah.
Yeah. So today you can technically play alone, right? Like there's nothing stopping you. But the experience is quite challenging because you have to be in several places at once. So what we're working on now, we cannot demo this yet, but it will be there for early access, is like an AI helper.
Oh, cool.
So like if you're flying, it will take over the combat seat. It will revive you if you're downed. It will repair the ship if you're busy doing something else. Help you out with scanners and stuff, just to make sure that you can play without too much friction alone as well. And I think that's an important thing that we would like to get across to all the people who might consider buying this game, that you can play alone if you want to.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to cover all your bases, I would suggest. Yeah.
That's what we consider like a small mission, roughly half an hour, and then like I said, they can span up to 1.5 hours depending on what you players want. So we show that on the galaxy map.
It's cool. Yeah, no, it's very cool. And I can see there's kind of a story. You can unlock different areas as you go.
Exactly. So the idea here is taking some inspiration from, say, Diablo. You have like characters here that will pop up as we progress in the story that we can talk to. That will give you a quest. You will see the quest on the galaxy map.
Hey, you're back.
Once you complete that mission, you will maybe unlock a region or unlock components or whatever. And once you the main storyline, once you progress through the main storyline, you will eventually unlock the center of the galaxy, where you have the final mission to
Perfect.
Yeah, and in terms of like unlocking components, you know, we have a plethora of components that's, you know, aren't available in this build yet, but you can imagine like certain regions, as you play through missions in certain regions, you can find certain components. So if you want a specific engine, you might have to start playing in one specific region to kind of eventually find that component. And then upgrading components could be like, oh yeah, you have to complete this challenge to be able to unlock the Mark II of the turret you already have and stuff like that. But the idea is that you can do quite varied amounts of builds on your ship. And we're also going to have quite, you know, what you've played now is sort of kind of standard missions where we have both enemy ships and sometimes we're running on foot killing robots. You can also imagine one mission that is only asteroids, showers, and everything is about managing and keeping the ship alive.
Survival, yeah, for sure.
Is there plans right now for like a greater range of weapons?
Yeah, I mean that is an easy thing to do. So it's more, I think, like I said, we're gonna be responsive. If that's what a part of the community feel is lacking, it's very easy for us to make like heavy machine guns, miniguns, more sci-fi style weapons. That's like very easy for us to do. So absolutely, there is opportunities there for sure. I think we just, for now, we kind of set like, okay, this is the base that everybody would expect to be in.
Yeah.
So we tick that box.
So you're going to be reactive based upon kind of feedback initially on what features you guys should focus on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And most importantly, of course, off the record, did we play better than the IGN people, or?
You obviously did. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, good one. And then I like the bit where you can head up top. There's 4 seats and you can have some beers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We're you know, I think whenever somebody has a little bit time over, like an hour, they put something fun in here. So it's a little bit of our happy place also, like where we create new interactions all the time.
And will this be the only hub in the game? This is the hub?
For now, yes. We internally we talk about like, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, once you progress to this place in the game that, you know, you have a different hub. All great, but I think right now we're trying to keep all the cards open because, especially with you know, letting a lot more people playing the closed beta and then starting in early access, like we can all guess what, you know, would make the game better, but at the end of the day, I think we need to really listen to the players and see what they really want.
Correct. Yeah.
Is it important for them to have more upgrades on the ship, maybe more ships, or do they want more super difficult missions, or do they feel like the missions are not varied enough? You know, so we're gonna be very responsive in the beginning of early access, and now during closed beta. Like I mentioned, we accelerated the plans for you know, the single player AI helper because we noticed like, whoa, there's a lot of people who play alone.
Well, that's it for this exclusive peek at Jumpship. Today we brought you on a journey across the cosmos, engaging in epic space battles, navigating treacherous asteroid belts, and even boarding a massive freighter to boot. We had an absolute treat chatting with the devs as well, who shared some fascinating insights into the design and future plans for Jumpship. But everyone, we'd love to know what you think. Do share your thoughts and reactions in the comments below. This is a new style of content for us, so if you enjoyed it, we'll be happy to do more of this type in the future. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and if you fancy supporting the channel further, consider joining as a member. Until next time guys, bye bye.